Hey guys, I'm back. Today's video is going to be on my settings on my Eco-Solvent printer. I had a couple of questions about what my settings are. So we're going to do, it's quick, it's just easier for me to show you visually versus just me tell you. First of all, I'd like to start out saying you need to make sure you have the correct paper and the correct ink. If you do not have the correct excuse me, correct paper and the correct ink, then no matter what the settings are, it's still going to smudge and it's not going to be right. So I guess I'll start there and then I'll show you my settings. Okay, so the paper you need for Eco-Solvent print converted ET printer, Epson ET printer, is color print. Siser color print easy. And if you Google it, it'll tell you all the places that have it. I get mine from Heat Transfer Warehouse. I get it from good gracious, Heat Press Nation. That's another place that I get it from. Amazon doesn't really have it. DTV is direct to, it's like a regular printer. It's not, the Eco-Solvent ink is not going to stick to it. So you need the color print easy paper, and you get it from either Heat Transfer Warehouse or Heat Press Nation. Those are the only two places that I've found it. So you see Heat Transfer Warehouse, Swing Design has it. They have it in very large quantities. This is not it. PU 5-yard roll. If you get it and it doesn't work, don't say, oh well, I thought it was the same thing. No. Siser color print easy. You can get it in the sheets. You can get it in here go the sheets right here. You get it from Heat Transfer Warehouse. Don't say I didn't tell you. If it doesn't look like this, I can't tell you it's gonna work. I don't know about anything else other than this. So if you get in the comments and say, can I use this? Is this the same? I don't know. I'm only telling you Siser color print easy, and that is it. And you can get it in whatever size that you want to get it in. If you have a large format printer like a 8550, then I would probably get a 10-yard roll, because you're going to cut it 12 or 13, and then however long the paper is, which is 15-inch or 20-inch paper. That's the best I can tell you. Okay. Ink, I use Eco Rush ink. You see where it says Ink-Sol water-based Eco-Solvent ink? That is the only kind you can use for a Epson ET printers. For the EcoTank printers, you can only use water-based ink. So if you get Eco Rush, it's on Amazon. This is okay. You see how they say water-based to let you know that it's water-based? If it's not water-based and you get something else, you're going to risk tearing up the printer. You're going to kill the print head on the printer. You have to buy another one. So I'm telling you the exact products to get. I don't know about anybody else. I haven't tried. The ones that I'm telling you in the video is the ones that I have tried and the ones that I'm okay with. I see now you can get Eco Rush on Amazon. Here's their website. You can get Eco Rush on Etsy. They're pretty much everywhere. But Eco Rush inks are the ones that I use. This one is okay. It's water based and it says M Customs. They're okay. Ink-Sol is okay. I prefer Eco Rush color wise, but M Customs was okay too. Okay, so these are the ones. Must say water based. Must say water based. Okay, so what I typically tend to do is I buy it by the bottles, and since I buy it by the bottles, correct? Okay, so I have a small and large transfer printer, a large sublimation printer, a small regular printer. All of those are Eco Tank printers. That's what I'm trying to get at. It's taking me forever because my brain is dead. All my I have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 Eco Tank printers. Now, when you get the ink, since you're already using, I have to use the bottles. So what I typically do is I will pour the old ink into one of as you're using the regular ink, because I'm not going to throw this regular ink away. I have a regular ink printer, so we're going to keep the regular ink. We're just going to put it in the regular ink bottles. If I got a couple of regular ink bottles, I'm just going to pour it into that. I'm going to rinse those bottles thoroughly, and then I'm going to snatch the label off and relabel and say Eco-Solvent. Okay, so we don't put the wrong ink in the wrong printer. Luckily for me, I have my 8550s is the only one that give me problem, but those, if you're using the actual Epson ink bottles, then they have a lock on them. You can't put the wrong ink into the wrong printer. If I'm making any sense, I'm trying not to ramble, but just so y'all understand, I don't throw away my regular ink. I just put it up, pour it in some of those empty regular ink bottles that I have, because I'm going to use it in my other regular printer, and I'm going to rinse them out really, really good, snatch those labels off or relabel it so I know that this is Eco-Solvent ink, and then I'm going to pour my Eco-Solvent inks into the now cleaned bottles. Okay, then I'm going to fill, and then I just keep those, so I buy it like this by the bottle, big bottle. And as you see, it's very inexpensive. It's not that expensive. It takes you a very long time to use the ink. You would think you would use a lot. Even when I was doing a lot of outfits, I wasn't using it. It had a great life on the ink on high. We're printing on high. I still didn't use it extraordinarily fast. Okay, so this is the ink that I get. I showed y'all the paper. I told you where to get it from. Okay, up next, now let's get to how we set up the printer. I'm gonna do it in Silhouette because I usually design in Canva and print in Silhouette. Photoshop and Affinity Designer will be the same. Canva will be the same. I just don't design in Canva because I don't have not Canva, but Cricut. I just don't design in Cricut because I don't have a Cricut machine anymore. I haven't used Cricut in quite a few years. So you Cricut people out there have to tell me what's going on, because I don't know. I don't know. Cricut changed their print parameters and all good stuff like that. I don't know. So I don't know anything about that. However, I'm gonna say it's definitely going to be. I found that it's the same, so you really don't have to do anything special. Okay, so we're gonna go to print, and we're gonna go to preferences on my 2850. On this page, on the main printing preferences page, it needs to be, you're going to set this up, right? So I'm going to click This new Eco-Solvent printing is, for me, 8.5 by 15. 8.5 by 15. That is for that paper size. You're gonna add this as a preset when we get to that point, but just remember that you could tell it 8.5 by 15 Eco-Solvent, and then on the next one where it says long solvent printer, that's 8.5 by 20 Eco-Solvent. You can name it whatever you like. I'm just giving suggestions. So on the front, it's going to say premium presentation paper matte. For the quality, you're going to put high. You leave color at color, and everything else on this page remains the same. When you get to more options, you're going to want to make sure that your document size and your output paper size is the same. I'm going to do another video on make sure that we got our paper sizes matching. But we need to make sure that the document size says Eco-Solvent paper and the output says Eco-Solvent paper. Okay. How do we get it to say Eco-Solvent paper? We're going to click user define. Okay. And it should be a dialog box that pops up that says user define, but it takes a minute for it to pop up. I've learned that. I don't know why it takes mine so long to pop up. I don't know why it does that. I have no clue why it does that. It's supposed to be another dialog box that pops up that says, oh, you want it to be user defined. It just doesn't do that. Okay, I'll come back to it, y'all. Why that dialog box won't pop up, I have no clue. But we're going to go to color correction. It needs to say, I'm trying to get it over, y'all. Hold on, one more time. Okay, it needs to say custom. And when you click on custom, you need to go to advanced. These are what you need to change in this dialog box. Color controls need to be checked. Color mode need to be Adobe RGB. Gamma 2.2. Click color circle and you need to change the brightness to 9, the contrast to 7, the saturation to 15, the density to 4. Now these are the settings that I found that work best for me and my printer. These are the baseline numbers. You may need to go a little more or a little less to get your colors to be where you want them to be. Okay, these are just baseline. So for, believe it or not, even though they are the same printer, sometimes they print a little differently than others, especially if they're refurbished. So these are baseline. Make adjustments from there. Okay. Still use the divine. Still wanted. Okay. I just explained it since this dialog box just refused to pop up. When you click user define, a box is supposed to pop up, and you're supposed to be able to set the actual paper size to 8.5 by 15, and then you name it and save it. So then you can get the name to say your Eco-Solvent paper, or whatever size or whatever you want to name your Eco-Solvent paper. That's what this is supposed to do. Why it won't do that for me right now, I'm trying to show you, I have no idea, but it's supposed to show you a box where you're able to do that. I mean, it will not. There you go, y'all. Okay. So you're able to type the name here or the size or whatever you want. Change the size here, make sure it's in inches, And then once you do all of that, click save and then OK. Then it's going to give you the names here where you see Eco-Solvent and long Eco-Solvent paper. You see Eco-Solvent is 8.5 by 15. Long Eco-Solvent is 8.5 by 20. Once you do those, you click OK. Then that'll give you the names here. That's how I was able to do that. Okay. Alright, so that is how I what you need to set the printers on, the paper, the ink, and where I got them from. If y'all have any more questions, feel free to ask me. Leave messages in the comments below. I will make if it's something that I need to make another video on, or something you want me to make a video on, feel free to do that, and I'll try to get you a video. I'm going to start answering questions relatively fast, so if y'all leave me a comment or ask me a question, leave me a message, I will definitely go ahead and get that answer for you, okay? Alright guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. You know, that helps me be able to keep making content for you guys and helps me be able to come answer your questions. I've been doing this for about 10 years now, so I think I can answer pretty much everything. I think I've been through pretty much every scenario at this point. So thank you again guys for stopping in and creating with me. Until next time.